I was talking earlier about the fact that so many people believe this Gate nonsense, which was a theory about human trafficking out of a pizza shop in Washington, D.C. that was supposedly run by the Democratic operatives associated with Hillary Clinton,
Right.
which led to someone coming in and shooting up the place. That's dangerous. It was something that was made up, and it attracted folks who were willing to believe it. And the problem is the willingness to believe things of that sort. And low knowledge does not mean not smart.
Right.
It's simply people who don't read or do not at least accept information that might be published in a newspaper, or that they might hear on NBC News or PBS for that matter, and decide that they would accept a frame of reference that has been constructed by someone who agrees with them ideologically. The problem is when you substitute facts and truth, when you substitute that for facts and truth, when you take information that might come out of the mouth of someone like Sean Hannity, and you posit that as a fact and the truth, and when so often, and quite often, I would even argue most times, it's not truth, that is problematic. So the whole notion, that old adage of about accepting, you can accept one's opinion, but not everyone is entitled to their own facts and truths, because those things exist within an objective rubric, and they cannot be all of a sudden, substituted like candy because you like that flavor better to testify to a theory, to a conspiracy theory that would essentially erase the intelligence community's analysis of what happened in the 2016 election. Well, no, you cannot all of a sudden just substitute those things and accept that as Bill Taylor, to accept Bill Taylor's remarks as untrue simply because you disagree with him. This is a man, and you have to look at the sources. This is a man who served his country for over 50 years, Vietnam veteran, someone who is a career diplomat, someone who has worked for both Republicans and Democrats, and someone who essentially has been very transparent in being in pushing back against the narrative that the Trump administration has tried to promulgate regarding the Ukraine. The notion of basically trying to delegitimize what he's saying and delegitimize him as a person, and if that's where we are in this country right now, then that's really problematic. In the past, that person would have been considered a patriot. He would have been considered a hero. Now, all of a sudden, people who are patriotic, if in fact they tell a truth that is counter to your assumption of the world and your frame of reference, then suddenly he is not only not telling the truth, he's promulgating false news, he's also someone who's unpatriotic.